Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Open the Lock by Brie Noel. I just wanted to thank each and every person who watched my podcast video last week. It was honestly just so mind-blowing to me to just see how many people actually watched my video and actually subscribed to my YouTube channel. So now let's all get into today's first episode. What you are is what you attract. I know a lot of you guys have heard the saying, what you are is what you attract. And honestly, that saying is literally 1000% correct. You may not see it from the inside, but once you step out and you actually look around you, when you see the people that you're associating yourself with, it kind of makes a little bit more sense and you kind of understand it a little bit more. The saying is super cliche, and I feel like a lot of people like to just make fun of it and push it away because they're not looking at it from a mature point of view. But I promise you, once you mature a little bit and you really sit down with yourself and you think of the saying in your head over and over and over again, it kind of makes sense to you because the same thing happened to me. My mom would always tell me, hey, Brie, you have to be careful of the people that you're associating yourself with and the people that you're hanging around with because you don't want to end up like those people. It really depends the type of people that you're around with, whether they are positive people, negative people, people that are going to bring you down, and people that are going to lift you up. Us teenagers, we hang around with a lot of people. We go to school with a whole bunch of people, thousands of kids, and we may hang around with a big group of kids, or we may hang around with a small group of kids. Either or is fine, but we all need to make sure that the people that we're hanging out with are not negative people. Because then those people will reflect on the person that you will become in the future or the person that you are now. For example, all of us in middle school, we all hung around with, a whole bunch of people. We were all immature, so we didn't know the people we were hanging out with. We didn't know the type of people that we were associating ourselves with. So to us, it wasn't a big deal. We didn't think that people who thought just like us were harmful and that they weren't going to turn out to be good people at the end of the day. I feel like all of us have a balance, between kind of like yin and yang, like bad or good. And some of us have more than others. Some of us act more bad, some of us act more good. But I feel like everyone kind of comes to a middle. And, we always have that one friend who either is going to push the negative things in us or push the positive things in us. And with us, we tend to just think that, oh no, they're just our friend. Like, they're no harm, no biggie, whatever. We're just friends. But people don't see what it's actually doing to you internally. And the people that you're associating yourself with, the people that you are hanging around with every day are turning you to be someone who you don't want to end up to be in the future. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an example. About 3.5 years ago, I met this girl in 8th grade. We're going to call her Ashley. She was literally my best friend and she was my everything. She was basically like my platonic soulmate and we were always together and it was honestly super fun. I loved her and I always wanted to be with her. Like we were basically like inseparable, like this 24/7. And so throughout 8th grade, 9th grade, and about a little bit of 10th grade, we were still inseparable. We were always still together, always super close, always sleeping over each other's houses. And to us, that was okay because we thought that that's what best friends do. We didn't see the harm in us hanging out every day, us doing things together, us getting in trouble together, us doing, bad shit together. And so because we were so immature at the time and because we were so closed-minded, our parents telling us these things, we honestly just didn't care. We just wanted to be together. No matter if we were, in trouble together or honestly anything, we didn't care. And over time, I started to see the person that she was. And, I became a little bit open-minded. And I was, listening to the people around me, especially my mom, and her telling me like, hey, you don't want to end up like this person because this person is not going to end up in good places. And so, months go by, we have a falling out or whatever. And honestly, things started to make sense. And I understood things very clearly now. So because of the person that I was, in 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, that was the person that I attracted, just in a different body. The exact same person, literally a twin, just in a different body. And it was so crazy because we would always compare ourselves to each other and we would be like, hey, let's find one difference between us. And we couldn't find one because we were just so alike. And I didn't see how dangerous that was until my mom constantly kept bringing that up and kept telling me like, Brie, this is not good. You are becoming the person that you shouldn't be, and you're becoming a person that I don't want you to be. And I obviously didn't see that. I was like, okay, I was blindsided by her. And I honestly didn't really care what my mom was telling me. I didn't care what anybody was telling me because I just wanted to be with her. I wanted to be, cool. I wanted to do bad things. I wanted to get in trouble because I was with her. And later on, I started to reflect on myself, and I started to look at myself like, look at who you are. I stood at myself in the mirror and I was like, this is who you are? Like, are you kidding me? You've wasted all these years, with this person, being just like this person, and she leaves and this is how you end up. You're all alone and you're a bad human being. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't be like this. The person that I was, I didn't want to attract other people like that in my life because those people were not good people. Just like Ashley wasn't, I didn't want to attract Ashley again, over and over and over again. Then a couple months later, me and her, we rekindled, again. And the same, like we were the same. And the same thing kept happening. And I was like, this cannot keep happening. I set boundaries with her and I was like, hey, I don't want this to happen again in our friendship. This cannot happen because it's going to turn into shit if we continue to act like the people that we were before. And we both agreed on it. We were both like, okay, you know what? We were immature back then. Now we are mature. We're both 16 years old and we need to get the fuck up and be like, you know what? We got this. Like, we can make this friendship work. Later on, things didn't go the way we planned it. And, we stopped becoming friends again. And I'm so happy that we stopped because I finally saw the person that she was. And I knew that I did not want to associate myself with that type of people. And I knew that I didn't want such negative energy around me, bringing me down every single day, sucking the absolute life out of me. It's draining being around these people every single day. Like, once you look around and you see that these people that you're calling your friends, they're not your friends. I promise you that when you look back years from now, you're going to be like, I call this person my friend. Like, are you kidding me? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys and help you guys with, is that the person that you are, whether you're a good person or you're a bad person, everyone finds a person who is going to suck the living hell out of them. And I'm telling you, you don't want that. Like if you're a person who's very lazy, you're super depressed, you can't get out of bed, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, you complain about this, you complain about that. I used to be that person. No shame to any of you guys out there who are like this, because I was like this once a point in my life, and I was attracting people who were just like that, and I didn't want that in my life. I couldn't keep going on with that. It wasn't healthy for me. It wasn't healthy for my lifestyle. It wasn't healthy for my just nothing. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, is that you need to be careful with who you're surrounding yourself with, because like the saying, what you are is what you attract. But you guys need to be very careful, including myself, because I've been put in situations in my life where things were pretty dangerous, and I thought that they were nothing because I was young, I was clueless, I didn't think of any consequences. And I continued to make the same mistakes over and over again, especially with the same person. And it made me dig a hole. And I couldn't see myself out of there. I couldn't see any escape. I couldn't see any place. I didn't see a bright light. And that's where I don't want you guys to end up. I don't want you to be this type of person and attract these people who you don't need in your life. And that's why sometimes you really need to just sit back and look at yourself. Look at yourself and look at the people who are around you and ask yourself, are these people your friends? Are these people in 20, 30 years from now gonna still be there? Gonna still support you? Gonna still give you positive energy? Going to lift you up as a person and want you to get to the top? Because a lot of people out here are not like that. And I promise you, there's a lot of people that I met in my life. There's a lot of people that I used to call my best friend, and they were not like that. They wanted me to go down. They didn't want me to succeed. They wanted me to stay down just like them. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the other person. And it's not good for you, period. At the end of the day, you make the decisions that you want to make in your life. And you choose the people that you want to bring in your life. You choose the people who you want to kick out of your life. But that all falls on you, because you are your own person. You guys know the positions that you're putting yourself through. You guys know the situations that you guys are going into. And all I'm asking is that for you guys to just be a little bit more conscious, a little bit more mature when it comes to who you're choosing to associate yourself with, and just realize that who you are as a person, you may not want to attract that, and you might want to change the way you are, maybe change your lifestyle a little bit so you get to attract people who are better than you, because it's always good to hang around with people who are better than you so you could be somewhat like them, maybe not just like them, because everybody is different at the end of the day. But you want to be a good person. You know, everyone wants to be a good person. Everyone wants to succeed in life. And that's what I'm saying, is that you should associate yourself with people who are maybe a little bit higher than you. And that's what I'm saying, is just to associate yourself with people who are just a little bit above, you know, maybe people who are a little bit better, and just people who are going to be there for you, and people who are going to support you, people who just bring positive energy to you and want you to succeed and get to the top. Because that's all what life is about, is getting to the top. It's literally a competition. Who can get to the top? It's what it is. As sad as it is to say, that is honestly what life is about. And we're all going to reach there one day. I have faith in each and every one of you guys. I have faith in myself. I have faith in everybody that you guys are going to get there. And you guys can do it with just a little bit of push. You guys can do it. But you need to watch out. You have to watch out first, number one, for yourself, and then for your peers. And that's it. It's not as simple as what it seems, but once you really get into it, and once you understand that, you know, you can't keep doing this. You can't keep associating yourself with people who are not good for you, are not good for your well-being, are not good for your mental state, are not good for your heart, nothing. Because those are the type of people that are going to drag you down. And that all comes from within yourself. Who you are, what you are, is what you attract. So be careful. Make sure that you do a little self-check before you go out into this world and you meet new people and you bring these people into your life. And so that's really it. That's honestly what I wanted today's video to be about, is what you are is what you attract. Because like I said, it sounds so cliche, but it's 1,000% correct. You guys just need to look at it from a mature point of view. You know, it's really funny because a wise person actually told me this quote, what you are is what you attract. And I'm very, very, very grateful to her, because without her telling me this, I probably wouldn't have realized this. Without talking to her, I probably wouldn't have, wrote it down on my notes and actually wanted to speak upon it, because I didn't realize how important it was until she spoke to me about it. So shout out to her. I'm not going to say her name, but shout out to her, because you're a lifesaver. All right, everybody. So just wanted to remind you guys that be careful. Be careful for yourself and be careful for the people around you. And just make sure to be open-minded with who you are accepting into your life. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And just watch out for next week's video. Last thing, don't forget to listen, to heal, and to overcome. I love you all.